2013, we're here at the EA Battlefield 4 booth. I am Alex Mendez, or commonly known as Golden Boy FTW. This is Corey Dunn, or commonly known as Corey Dunn. And we have...
Nice. I like what you did there.
That was good, right? It was funny. But yeah, so guys, we're showing you Obliteration here today. Game 2 at Gamescom. It's been insane. We talked about the convention. We showed you some gameplay. We casted some gameplay. And of course, we're still looking at the community, seeing what you guys are talking about, and then responding to me. See, Corey, he's literally like on his Twitter right now as I'm talking. I'm working, he's Twittering. I just don't know why I do this anymore. I don't know why I deal with you, sir. It's too much.
Hey, again, it's about the community. That's what every bit of this stream is about, is making sure that we can deliver as much as possible. Even the DICE crew getting out these builds at the last moment so you can get the freshest version of Battlefield 4 and during its alpha stages. Again, here you go. You get the chance to see this game before it's even released, before it's even really truly available to what it should be at the end product. So
that's right, very true about that. And you know, obviously there will always be hiccups, there will always be little things that kind of aren't right there, but I think the cool part here is that DICE and EA, they're very aware of it, and you know, they just want people to enjoy the game. They're not about like, hey, listen, here's the product, it's fun, enjoy it, right? There are going to be some bumps in the road, but so long as you're okay with that and you could really see how a game is in development, I think you're in a good place here with DICE. So I'm pretty stoked about that because I've worked with a lot of other companies before that, you know, they prefer to push out a more polished version of their game, which, you know, is completely fine because at the end of the day, you want to show that polished version of your product. But then you also have developers that are like, you know what, if we're going to be really community focused, we want the community to know that this game right here is still being worked on, still being improved, and it's just cool to see. So with that said, Corey, what do you have on the Twitters? Because you seem very intent on what's going on.
Well, some of the questions that I'm getting, I'm definitely going to have to we'll have to ask during our next interview. Asking about suppression more in detail. Honestly, while I've been playing, I really haven't felt any true suppression. That's basically been changed out there for the support class. Basically, only the support class can really distribute true suppression. It's not like Battlefield 3. Where you're basically being suppressed by any shot that happened. So that we'll ask that question later on. We haven't really seen any javelin. It is in the game, so you don't really have to worry about that. I really didn't notice any changes whenever I was using it.
Yeah,
it's pretty standard for the most part.
Oh wait, the javelin. I actually used the javelin earlier today.
Did you notice any differences?
No, not at all. Not at all. Functions just like a javelin that you would use in Battlefield. And I destroyed 2 helicopters. So. Power, you know, because I'm a baller. I was running around with the engineer class today, and I had such a good time with the engineer class. I enjoyed it a lot. But let's go ahead and hop into the gameplay here and see what is going on. As we actually have on screen Bravo 3, who actually has a bomb and he's going to plant it. So awesome.
Yeah, so just like that, right out of the gates, we're going to see this bomb planted here by Bravo 3. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see where his teammates are at. Looks like he's got quite a bit of cover there. We've got a Alpha 16 who's coming in on a jet ski, coming in hot, but the bomb will explode before he gets there. Again, you have to be able to protect your MCOM points because watching how quick this bomb actually blows up, you really don't have a chance to be able to jump from island to island to try to give some cover there.
Yeah, and also something I want to point out too. So you can see here, right, that this player has a Russian flag on his gun.
That's pretty cool.
And that actually, if I'm correct, is a camo. So if I'm correct, could be wrong. I'll take another. Like he didn't put a camo on his gun, so that's what he has on the weapon. Again, could be wrong with that, but because I've seen it with some guns, I haven't seen it with others.
I've seen it with, I think what it's going to end up being is an actual emblem for the players. So that's what you're going to see on these guns. Again,
okay.
Not a confirmation. That's my assumption. We can ask that question.
Yeah, and we more than likely will, of course. And you also can see that if we go into the, let me see if this player changed his camo here, because you actually have different camos for your player as well. Correct. So you don't just have camos for the guns, you have camos for your player. Not 100% if you have camos for vehicles. I don't think I saw camos on vehicles, but when I get the opportunity to, I will hop into the game and I will look and then I will come back to you guys with an answer. But yeah, so there, camos galore here. You can really personalize your character the way that you want to, and it really is cool to see.
All right, so you can see that we're on with Bravo 2. Bravo 2 trying to be able to get that bomb pick up. Again, you don't have to hit any use key. Immediately, once you walk over the bomb, it's immediately picked up. Currently, of course, he's on the Chinese, so he's going to be shooting at the blue team, or better known as the Russians. Right now, the Chinese have taken out the A point so far, and we'll see what he's able to do here. Of course, he's just walking his merry way to the beach.
I mean, usually
he's enjoying his day.
I mean, sometimes you just got to go for a nice stroll on the beach. You know, simply pina coladas. You know, and that's what he's doing there. Hip firing his life away.
Probably not as informed on the game.
He's hip firing his life away.
0-3, yeah. So
you know, it's just like sometimes, you know, in worst case scenario, you just say YOLO. That's what Daniel would say, and that's basically what I'm gonna have to go with here. By the way, I'm looking here, and I've been finding so much action on my side that it worries me as to why we're not constantly on the screen of Golden Boy, because I just have action for days, Corey. And this guy's 7-2 that I'm following. No, never mind. He's Alpha 13. I'm not following a 7-2 guy. Let me see. I'm following.
You're just saying a lot of stuff.
I'm just trying to be a
ranting and raving about things
that doesn't matter. The Golden Boy way. Oh man, but. Taking a look here, though, as if I'm correct, that was going to be Alpha 13 or something. Ends up getting taken out on that one. He is going to be our first place player there, as you can see. Alpha 14, though, is going to take first place now, or was in first place, but Alpha 13 came back with a fury. And, of course, I'm looking at Alpha 14 here. He actually is rocking an awesome class. Let me see. Well, actually, he's using that U100 MK5, and he's got that bayonet. I had a chance to use the machete, by the way. So awesome.
So awesome.
So awesome. It is really like, if you just play Battlefield 4, you unlock the machete, just play the machete.
I don't know how Alpha 14 is doing as well as he is, because he was just shooting at a squad member. One of the great things that I like about this spectator mode is it allows you to actually see their squad. So let's go and hop on with a squad that's doing so well. That's going to be Delta Squad. That's doing pretty well so far. They're actually all grouped up here on this building. Of course, Alpha 14 is a part of that squad, so maybe even with that being said, they're still being pretty dominant. But where is the bomb at right now? Because it looks like the action's happening over here. It looks like the Heli has been able to pick up at least one, and just moving about. So we'll watch some helicopter play here.
Oh yeah, why not?
Always see the perspective and see where there's some variances that have happened. But right there.
It's a sea of gold. He can just pick off anyone that he wants here. He does manage to take out one player there, so that's going to be a good win for him. The Z11W, as you can see, flying low to the water there, able to pick off another player as well. And Alpha 13, man, dominating with this helicopter at this point in time. He is currently going to be 11-2. So these guys, you know, Alpha 13 and 14 have been really dominating this game. And Alpha 3 also 10-2. So big shout out to him. So you can see the bomb going to be right in front of Alpha 13. He is going to get taken out. And, you know, it's amazing when you have an eye in the sky that's just going to be watching the bomb. And now you just got to get your teammates over there. And look, now he's going after this attack boat.
Let's go and hop back in there real fast and see exactly whether or not he can be able to pick this one up. Of course, one of the things he needs to worry about, it's very difficult to be able to finish the job there. He does pick off one of the gunners right there. Goes diving deep and taken down. Oh, not yet. He's still alive. And it looks like he's finally going to get taken down. Let's go ahead and look over here and see where the bomb carrier is. It's going to be making its way over here towards this point. The bomb has been planted over there in the B site right here for the Chinese. Looks like the Russians are trying to even this one back up, and it will happen again. Nice. That bomb timer is super short.
Yeah, like
it's like a Looney Tunes, like the cutting the wire there for the TNT on how short it is.
You know, and the thing for me that I'm looking at here is you need to have bodies there, right? So you need to be prepared. If you see that the bomb has been picked up by the other team, you have to get there as soon as you possibly can, perhaps a redeploy or something like that. I mean, you just need to get there as soon as possible. I really do think that players like that 1Z11W helicopter pilot that we saw a little while ago, Bravo 13, if you have guys like that who are out there helping you out, that could really be great. I mean, honestly, it's just, and you can see some defib gameplay, of course. He tried to revive his buddy. Oh, well, man.
Those are the enemy.
Okay. Oh, because they were in spectator.
There you go. Nice.
There you go. Thank you, Corey.
I realize that.
Thank you, Corey. You just always know what to say. So now the bomb's actually going to be right here, right by this
That's actually
statue.
Good to know right there, is the fact that you can't just clip through a wall. If the bomb is on the other side, you just can't just rub up against the wall and pick up the bomb. I know other games have some clipping issues, and right there, that's a good thing right out of the gate to know that you can't clip the wall to be able to pick up the bomb.
Yeah, I mean, that is awesome, of course. I mean, I know that there are a lot of people that are very vocal about that. You know, they don't like things going through walls. If it's a realistic game, it makes absolute perfect sense. So I understand without a doubt. So yeah, looking here now as this is actually going to be Alpha 3, and he's going to be in a world of hurt. And remember too, he's going to be identified because that bomb, is in his possession. So he is going to be in a bit of trouble here. Let's see if he can stay alive for as long as he can. Actually, he ends up getting taken out, so that's unfortunate. As who are you hopping on board with now?
Let's take a look here. That's actually interesting. And that's Alpha 3, who's using the FLIR scope. Let's go and hop back in here, and we'll see if we can find that bomb carrier now. As right now we're Bravo 1. The bomb is starting to move its way out there. Back over here to Alpha 13. That trench now, it's going to be complete trench warfare between these two, fighting over that bomb. As right now Alpha 6 is just over the top, giving some cover fire. They're shooting long range here.
Wow, and actually getting some shots. So that was a
reload. Bravo 13 will be able to finish the job. Let's go again, hop back over here with the bomb carrier. Again, it's just going back and forth here inside of this trench, still waiting. Again, we're here with Alpha 9 right now. Full health. Of course, the reason why you're seeing that blinking red is because he is a bomb carrier. There's a little indicator on the bomb as well. To go and hop out of the trench, able to pick up 1. He needs to be able to worry about his 6. They're going to come smashing in. And they're going to pick up that bomb as well. So now, again, it's just that tug-of-war battle that goes between these two teams.
Yeah, always, you got to always expect that, obviously. I mean, especially with a game type such as this, it's always going to be so fast and frantic that you really just, you're never going to know what you're going to get with something like this. So now taking a look here as we are on board with Bravo 1, and he's going to do everything that he can to stay alive here. It doesn't matter to pick up a few kills. And there's going to be no one pushing in the trenches. A couple players to his right side, though, is not aware of it as he comes out. Shots fired as he's going to get taken out. One player was going to be on his right side, and he was not aware. Bomb down right by the trenches once again. Has been picked up by Bravo 9. So let's see what he's going to do here with this LMG. He's actually using that PKP Petschneg, which unfortunately doesn't really help him out all that much as he gets taken out.
Well, the reason being is we take a look here, you can see all of the different types of vehicles that are in this area that are making a difference. There was one that was here on this attack boat that was making a lot of play there. Now they have some cover again. Alpha 13 has been in this heli for quite a while, but he does have another player to worry about there. We'll kind of watch this dogfight happen between these two. You've got one that's going to parachute down and hop right into the action. But this is the reason why that bomb has been alive for as long as it has been. Again, they're going to continue battling back and forth here.
Yeah, this is, I'm looking at it from like this POV. It's pretty nuts. From the free cam POV, and it seems as if the Bravo team ended up winning that whole encounter there, and bomb has not been thrown down just yet, as it is currently going to be in the middle of the ocean. Alpha 9 with possession of it. He dived under the water, by the way, when that boat was making his way over to him, and somehow managed to stay alive, but unfortunately bullets definitely will hit you, and as he came up from the water there, he ends up getting taken out, and now the bomb's going to be in the hands of the Bravo team.
Yeah, so you got that really, really rocky water here to worry about. You can see again, one of the things that was mentioned there by Lars is the rolling hills. And look at that, right there at the beach, there goes Alpha 4. He's going to get ran over. I mentioned it too. That's kind of the irony of it all, is I mentioned it during the talking with Lars, is that I haven't yet seen anybody get ran over by a boat yet. And sadly enough, we saw a player go down. Yeah,
I mean, it is what it is. Things happen, of course, and now, these players are trying to, actually, he has 2 people with him, so this bomb carrier should be in a pretty good spot. So long as his teammates make their way over and support him, he should be okay. Of course, he has to make his way over to the, I believe that is going to be the A bomb site, but he is going to get taken out, unfortunately.
Alpha 16 had the right idea as he was pushing in with that attack boat. Now he's giving some cover there, allowing his teammates to kind of slide in there, pick up the bomb, and make something happen. Great job here now by Alpha 16, trying to make the best of the worst possible situation there by being beached.
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes you just got to do what you do.
It's basically now just turned into a turret And let's go ahead and now hop in here with Alpha 4.
Alpha 4 has the bomb in hand, and again, that glowing red thing there, it will definitely throw you off, and I think that's just like one of the things with the bomb. You know, you're just going to be a target the entire time you have it in your hands. Alpha 4 also going to be taking some shots, currently going to be at 66 health right now, and is going to do everything he can to make his way.
Falling right behind him.
Oh, man.
Now you also got to be able to worry about Bravo 16 coming across there. Alpha 16 barely missing him. And so now we've got two boats that are going to be coming in from both sides here.
Yep, and of course, you know, it seems as if they're going to do their best to try and see if they can make their way over, but
it's a good game, just kind of watching it all the way through. I did just receive a few more questions and comments here.
What'd you get, Corey?
So again, one of the questions that asked was, does this build at Gamescom 2013 really include all the weapons, gadgets, and more in for the final product for the initial release? I don't have that answer for you, but I will make sure that we do ask that question.
I mean, if you look at, if anyone had who's watching this managed to play the E3 build, was at E3 2013 and saw it, you know that there were a lot of options, right? But there weren't that many. This build has way more. I mean, I feel like there's just so much more. So if they managed to add that much within that time frame, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, the possibilities are certainly endless with this crew at DICE, without a doubt.
There is a question though: can the observer view watch the actions of the commander? We can go ahead here and see here in the overview. We can hop into the game here for just a moment, and we'll come back here. But looking at the overview, you can see this is basically what the commander can see as well. This is their view. You can see UAV planes going around. You can see them basically scanning. You can see the UAV scans. You can see EMP scans. The only things that you really can't see is actually seeing where the squads are being directed to, which islands they're going to be going to, so you won't see those crossover points. But overall, though, you'll see majority of what's going on kind of in this overview, this tabletop perspective.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? The commander view is essentially what we see, and they kind of get like a good idea of like where the trajectory of certain missiles go to and all that, but for the most part, it is exactly as you see it here. This is the commander mode. So, of course, the more questions coming on through Twitter. And Corey, what else do you have there? I got a couple myself.
It says, can you drop the bomb once you pick it up, or do you have to carry it to your grave or the plant? I have not seen a single way for you to actually drop the bomb, but again, this is another question. I assume not at this point,
death.
Because again, you have to pick up the bomb. So I don't think that's going to be able to be that way. Again, I just letting the community out there know we are listening, and we are going through each and individual comment that's out there, good and bad, and just basically trying to answer as much as possible. We'll have Patrick Bach hopping on here next to be able to answer all of those questions, as at least to the best of his knowledge as well, because some of these questions, like I was asking Lars as well, they're still just trying to brainstorm and figure out what's the best option. So stick around right here from Gamescom 2013. I'm Corey Dunn alongside Alex Mendez, and we'll be back after the break.